Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Had to hit the opera on you knuckles. So yeah, Judge Joe Brown was on the Kwame Brown show. And then Kwame Brown, I saw the one with Ticket Joe Cool. Shout out to Joe Cool. I saw the one where he was on Ticket where one of the guys there, Ticket invited in, really prejudged and was talking about things that he's talking about is just basketball. But the thing is, it's not just about basketball. And this is what is wrong with people. This is where you guys are falling asleep at the wheel. As my bro who did it would say, this is a driving lesson and you're driving asleep at the wheel. You see, you guys look at it like, oh, well, that's still inbounds for basketball. Okay, that's fine if you say it once, but why for 20-some years you keep saying it? Like he was the worst number one pick overall. You're not talking about Darko Milicic. You're not talking about all these other guys who played the game who were worse players than Kwame was. Kwame made it 13 years because he could rebound good. He was able to defend a little bit. The problem with Kwame was he just wasn't very good offensively. He wasn't a great offensive guy. But defensively, I would have took him over Andrew Bynum. I would have took him over Bynum quick. Bynum was so damn soft. He would get pushed around. You would have to punk him and cuss him out to get him ready for the game. He had no heart when it came to basketball. Kwame had way more heart than him. And he basically was trying to explain to the troll Ticket. He was trying to get everything out and explain the situation, but the damn troll, you know, I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to make him famous. I basically just going to call him, I'm just going to call him Super Thug. Well, Super Thug over here, like I ain't no punk or no B, he already came in with the wrong mindset. You are the type of nigga that Kwame is talking about. You're the type of dude to do that. First, you talk about that's inbounds for him to say I wouldn't trade Wiggins for a box or a box of cereal or some stuff he said. And the guy basically was telling Kwame, that's all right. They were just talking about basketball. You the one went personal on this. And that's what I'm saying. How did he start it? They've been dissing this man basketball for 20 years. Look, it's tiring. It's tiresome. All right? Kwame Brown didn't even come out there talking about his basketball, didn't dispute his basketball. What he was talking about is why you guys who were athletes, former athletes, and then this punk ass dude, Steven Jack, was his teammate. And he basically just threw him under the bus. So he had a right to come back and answer that. And then Matt Barnes over there co-signing, tapping his leg. That was disrespectful, dog. But see, you an ignorant ass dude. And I can tell you ignorant because I heard you before on Ticket stuff. You an ignorant dude. You're not tough, dog. You're not tough. For one, you're on the internet. Two, you basically talking about one time you said it ain't about you got more money when Tigger was telling you let's compare money and compare pockets. Then all of a sudden you're gonna tell James, shout out to James from the NO, man. Those are good people down there. You gonna basically tell him that I got more money than you. When you just told Ticket it ain't about money on a stream not too long ago. That's what I'm saying. Where do these guys come from? I'm telling you, a lot of these guys are really lame. They're really that guy. They're really the guy who they root for. They root for the Brownies so bad, so much. They root for guys like Steven Jack and Matt Barnes so much that they don't even want to hear what anybody else says. And then to the people saying that Kwame's a coon, how is he a coon? He never told you to go over there and support Candace Owens. He never told you to go support Jason Whitlock. He just said that just listen to what they got to say and just debunk them by debating them. But just writing them off as saying, oh man, I can't stand who the person is, and you're not getting nowhere. But in my opinion, I don't agree with him. Candace Owens is an attention-seeking whore. I respect Kwame's opinion, and I respect where he's coming from. All love over here. But that bitch there, that bitch is an attention-seeking whore. And she has said some of the most dumbest shit I've ever heard. I've never said nothing about her or made videos on her because I'm not finna give that bitch no light. And I don't care if I'm cussing a lot. Fuck that bitch. She a straight bitch. She's very insensitive, and she's part of the problem that's in America. She's a part of it. She's the token Negro. We have got to watch these false prophets and these token Negroes. Judge Joe Brown came on today and just ethered everybody. Joe Brown like, look, man, I got my money. They can't mess with me no more, so I'm just going to air him out. He aired Charlemagne out so bad. I'm not going to talk to you about the stuff he said. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it again because it was a lot to take in right then and there. But you need to go to Kwame Brown Bust Life and look at when he interviews Joe Brown. That was a great interview. Now, here's my thing here. Everybody wants him to chill out, not say anything. Why not? Keep on saying something. Put your foot on their neck, because they was putting their foot on your neck when you wasn't playing. They was saying you was a bust. They was saying you this and that. He's Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown. Like, come on, dog. Stop it. Now you just going overboard with the name calling. But that's the facts. We have got to stop with all this, oh well, that's enough. You need to chill. For what? Keep putting your foot on their neck. They didn't let up on you talking about you all these years. And then with you, and then the point he also made that was great, Stephanie Coon Smith over here dissing players. Players could be in a contract year. You disrespecting players like that make them look bad, and teams could pass up on them. And I'm upset. I am upset you're not answering the questions. You're not answering the questions. And everybody wants to be Mr. Tough Guy on the internet. Kwame Brown handled himself perfectly. Because if they were in person, that dude wouldn't have had the same energy. He wouldn't have had the same energy. Then he got mad talking about, this is somebody you don't know. And I'm like, well, you don't know Stephen A. Smith or Matt Barnes or Steven Jackson, but you defending them. But you don't know them. It's all this contradictory that's going on. We have got to get out of that. It's not about who you like or not. Because personally, I like this Steven Jack more as a basketball player than Kwame Brown. I did. But I'm not going to dismiss Kwame Brown from what he's saying, because Kwame Brown is dropping gems on you. He came out with nothing but love. His mama cooking and seasoning. He came out with it. He showed you so much. He showed you so much love. And it was just genuine. That's when I was like, man, dog, I can't believe, man, I gotta apologize. I gotta apologize to Kwame Brown. Because, I thought he was okay, but I didn't think he was great like that, but he makes points. I gotta apologize to Kwame Brown for the years I was like, man, look, man, Kobe got Kwame on the team. But when they got Bynum and I started seeing, I thought Bynum was gonna be good because he was so gifted. But then as the game waned on, man, I was like, man, Bynum is trash. I can't believe they should have kept Kwame, because I think if they would have kept Kwame instead of Bynum, they would have been fine. But they had to trade him for Gasol. They traded him and Marc Gasol, the future rights to Marc Gasol, to the Grizzlies. So they got a center right then and there in Kwame, and then they would get Marc Gasol in like a year or two. But they tried to make it seem like he's a bum. But Joe Brown today, man, Joe Brown just went off. Joe Brown laid the hammer down, literally. I didn't know Joe Brown was that cool. Joe Brown cool as hell. I could sit back and shoot the shit with him. Cause he telling the truth. He like, that Charlemagne a bitch. He's a bitch. He calls Charlemagne a straight bitch. I call him a bitch. That's what I call him. A bitch. Shit, that's what I call his ass. Cause that's what his ass is. Fucking. And then DJ Envy, oh my gosh. They just put him in. They based like, man, Kwame just murdered Envy. Envy done. And then Angela Yee, man, it's like she's irrelevant. Like nobody's bringing her name up. It's just Charlemagne or Envy. That's how you know the show. That's how you know you're insignificant, when nobody mentions your ass on anything. That's how you know you're insignificant. So that was a great interview today by Kwame, man. Kwame Brown, man, is turning it up on these guys. He got these people running. These people are scrambling like roaches. They don't know what to do. And then he mentioned Boyce Watkins on there. That's how I knew. I said, yeah, Boyce Watkins a part of that get along gang. I knew he was. Because every time I hear him speak, it just feels like it's forced. It feels like he got it written down. That's what it seemed like. But Joe Brown aired Joe Biden ass out. I was glad. And he aired that cunt Kamala Harris. He called that chick Kamala Harris. Y'all need to go see that on Kwame Bust Life. I'm going to have that in the description box. Hashtag Kwame Bust Life, man. Please go hit that up. Because, man, Kwame is dropping fire. But they answered some, and I like the question that he answered about Kobe and Mike, how they're different in personality, but their routine of is crazy that is similar. They do the same thing similarly, getting prepared for a game. He said it was scary. Like it was like very scary. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow. It was amazing. But Kwame said, this is one thing he shut all the people up about. Kobe could play the point guard position. And in practice, Kobe, he played too hard in practice. Kobe played hard in practice just like Mike did because it got you ready for the game. And it showed you how great Kobe was. The media didn't give him his just due. They didn't give him his flowers till he died. That's what they're going to do to Kevin Durant and Kyrie. When they pass away, that's when they're going to get their flowers. But while they're living, they got to be dumped on because they got to make this bum great. But Kwame talked about how great he was. So y'all need to go check that pro basketball updates. That's Ticket's other channel. He has the full Kwame Brown interview. And then you got to go watch Kwame's channel, Bust Life, where he talks about, he's interviewing Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown on there, man, dropping some fire, dog. I did not know Judge Joe Brown was that real. You know, he seemed like a real dude. When I watched him, I was like, excuse me. This guy here, man, he ain't no judge. This dude here way too cool, too lax, too swagged out, man. I don't see it. But it just shows you. And then Kwame was talking about bigging the brothers up, bigging people up. And see, that's where these trolls and these haters, this is where they fall short at. You're not listening to what he's talking about. Y'all just want the drama. Y'all love the drama. And he deserved to go at Becky with the good hair and rolling another Blunt Jackson. He needed to go at them because they should be doing more with their platform. But it's funny how they interviewed Jeremy Lin the day they passed that Asian Stop Hate crowd. They're trying to make him the face of stop hating Asians. It's like, man, stop it. Joe Biden racist ass got that going on to counteract the Black Lives Matter. And then the one Black Lives Matter chick, she stepped down because she got exposed for stealing money and and then she bought a mansion that wasn't even the good mansion. She bought the poor mansion that white people were in like 20 years ago or something. It's like, come on. They use our pain for benefit. They use our pain to fight each other. They use our pain to keep us in a psychological prison. That's why when grandfather Melly Mel said, yo, there's no such thing as slavery, it's all in your head. Nah, it is a such thing, Melly Mel. There's psychological slavery and then there's economical slavery. It still exists, sir. Don't let these white folks fool you. But it was a great interview, man, and I'm just happy to see Kwame up there, man, serving it to these guys. Stephen Coon Smith over here, just doing his best dancing. Just soft, man. It's like, come on. Come on. Just don't understand it. My boy at work today, he came to me and was like, I was like, yeah, what's up about that LeBrownies? He was like, yeah, man, Anthony Davis, you were right. He said you was right. Anthony Davis, the team be carrying him, dog. He's terrible. I said, I told you he's terrible. But y'all didn't want to listen to me. The refs are carrying them. The supporting cast is carrying them. Anthony Davis, if he doesn't come to show up, if he don't ball out or get to the line like 21 times because he's the only one who can shoot the free throws, the Brownies can't shoot shit. He couldn't even shoot his shot to try to mack a bitch. He's so terrible at shooting. So it's like, come on. So, you know, it is what it is, man. All you can do is just try your best to weed all the fake people out. Because there's a lot of fake people out here, man. I didn't know it was that many until I start watching other people's channels. I'm like, man, there's a lot of fake people out here. These dudes is fugazi all the way. So, there's a difference between listening and hearing. And a lot of times people hear one another, but they're not listening. And that's the same thing that's going on in America. Like, people are like, well, like Ticket said something great. Like, if you don't like America, just move from here. And it's like, Ticket, everybody's not fortunate to do that, my brother. But I understand what he's saying, and I agree to him with the premise he's saying, but dude, a lot of people can't do that. A lot of us we don't have money like that. A lot of us are slaves to our job. But I understand what he's saying. He's right. I agree on that point, but you gotta look at the situation. So, a lot of people just, we want to leave this motherfucker. If we could, trust me, people would leave. But it's tough. Then you got to see where you're going to relocate to. You got to see what their laws are like. You got to see how their taxes are, how much they get paid, how much is minimum wage, like how much you got to have for rent. You got to do all that stuff. So, I understand what he's saying, but me, I just feel like this. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to be sure of what you're talking about, and you have to stay positive regardless. A lot of times, I'm negative, I'm very pessimistic, and we have to come together and basically show one another, yo, man, I love you, my brother, and I love you back, my fellow black man, and we have to do it. But you can't come into talking to other people or trying to have a conversation if you come in there defensive. Me, I don't come into nothing defensive. I come into everything open. Like, what's this gonna be? Because I don't want to block my blessings from not listening or trying to understand the conversation. And then the dude and everybody trying to say, what's the solution? The solution is to donate to his charities and his foundation so he can get these boys some shoes and he can try to help build rec centers for these kids to go play at, so they ain't got to be gangbanging and doing all this dumb stuff. He's already told you this stuff. You guys just don't want to listen to it. And it's like, God damn, can you mother suckers listen? I'm telling you, if somebody say they're going to give you $1 million to listen, your ass will listen in because it has something to do with money. But it's big. But my boy James, shout out to James again from New Orleans on Ticket Channel, he told the truth. He said, look, man, I'd rather have respect over money. And that's facts. I would too. I love money, but all money ain't good money. Would I want more money? Yeah, but if I gotta compromise myself, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. Why would I do that? Where they do that at, huh? I don't even know where they do that at. I ain't doing it. Man, chicks out here are weird, dog. I gotta get back to the FLA or the Cali. But yeah, it's like, come on, man. We gotta smarten up, man. We gotta do better. We gotta do a lot better because right now we flunking. We flunking the test. But thank you for listening, man. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this, hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, please donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Thank you all for listening, and we are out. Diesel!